Freedom, freedom, freedom. You guys, having your cake and eating it too, sampling the entire sexual smorgasbord. I mean, there is a whole wide world out there, and maybe you want to turn it into your personal sex buffet. Non-monogamy. Sounds great, right? But how do you know if it's really for you? I mean, the truth is everyone's different. And although the idea of non-monogamy definitely has appeal, there's a lot more to it than you might think. But before we dive in, I just want to say that maybe you watch this video and you're thinking to yourself, hell no! And that is okay. Discovering that non-monogamy might be for you is amazing. Learning more about it and deciding that it's definitely not for you is also amazing. The best way to do your relationships is the way that works best for you and for your partner or partners. Hi, I'm Caitlin V, former sexual health researcher and your sex and relationship coach. And as some of you may know, I'm also in a non-monogamous relationship. And as with any relationship, there are ups and downs, and there is maintenance. Today, I'm going to share with you 8 signs that non-monogamy could be for you. Now, in case you're sitting there wondering what the hell I am talking about, what the is non-monogamy anyway? Well, non-monogamy is an umbrella term that covers like a bajillion ways to have a sexual or romantic or sexual and romantic experience with multiple people during the same time. There are so many ways to be in a relationship, so many, and they're not scary. Yeah, some of them take some growth and expansion, but ultimately, if it can lead to more pleasure, I think it's worthwhile. Number 1, you are a great communicator and you're willing to get better. You love communicating about your relationship and you're comfortable doing it like a lot. People have this idea that non-monogamy is like a little bit of talking and a whole lot of sex with a whole lot of people. And I'm here to say it's actually the opposite. It is a whole lot of talking and then occasionally getting laid. As with all things that happen between the sheets, the number one most important thing when entering into a non-monogamous relationship is that everybody feels safe, trusting, and comfortable. Now I know what you're thinking, but Caitlin, if we agreed to sleep with other people, then what else is there to talk about? Well, a lot. There's a lot to talk about. Experimenting with a non-monogamous relationship is a commitment to constantly checking in. Feelings ebb and flow, and just because you've decided to have multiple entanglements at once doesn't mean that you're always gonna feel super great about it. If you are in a non-monogamous relationship, this absolutely means you're allowed to have a wild night of passion with your shockingly flexible yoga teacher. But if your wife or girlfriend wants to talk about it when you get home, that's part of the deal. Which leads us to, you welcome challenging emotions. If you are the type of person who loves to feel and then think and then analyze and then feel more feelings, why not? Non-monogamy may be a great option for you. When you're bringing multiple partners into your life, you are bringing a lot of emotion with them. You get to enjoy the excitement and the variety and the openness of multiple partners, but be prepared for the feels that are going to come with it. You're probably already expecting some jealousy, uncertainty, maybe some insecurity, and maybe you see those emotions as purely negative. If that's the case, then non-monogamy might not be right for you. But if you see those as a chance to dig deeper into yourself, work through the fears that are at the root of it all, and maybe even grow closer to your partners as a result, maybe you're down to buckle up for that roller coaster, then you could really benefit from exploring non-monogamy. Number 3, you don't let your jealous thoughts consume you. There's gonna be a caveat in this one for sure. The thing about jealousy is that it's a totally natural part of being in relationships, whether they're monogamous or not. We all have different ways of coping with it. Some of us are affected by it more than others. And if you're the type of person that can't sleep at night by the thought of your partner being with someone else, then you might have to pass on non-monogamy. But if you are able to hold the feelings of jealousy and not let them consume you, then opening things up may be a good fit for you. All right, you might also be someone who doesn't experience jealousy, you lucky unicorn. Just consider yourself lucky. Dang it, so envious of you. The thought of sharing your partner could even turn you on. And if that's the case, the non-monogamy could be right up your alley. Number 4, you have a secure attachment style. if you don't struggle with jealousy and possessiveness in relationships, it is possible that you have a secure attachment style. Attachment styles are formed in your early childhood, typically in relation to your primary caregivers. And as we become adults and form romantic and sexual relationships with others, the ways we bond with them are affected by these deeply ingrained patterns. Now, the three main attachment styles are anxious, which is characterized by being stressed out, needy, and preoccupied with the status of the relationships that you're forming. Do you find yourself constantly stressing about what your partner is thinking? You might have anxious attachment style. And again, I have dealt with this. I'm promising you, it's not a curse. It is something that you can absolutely work through. The second attachment type is avoidant. You'll notice this is a little bit more common in men, but it's really not about gender. If you find yourself sending mixed signals, dismissing connections, always looking for something wrong, or finding it hard to really open up to people and stay consistent in your relationships, chances are that you fall into this category. And then there's the secure attachers. These lucky bastards had healthy, emotionally secure childhoods and enter their relationships from a point of confidence, openness, and trust. If this is you, congratulations. It must be so nice. Exploring a non-monogamous relationship with a person with a secure attachment style is easier because trusting, independence, and open communication come more naturally to you. Secure folks also make it easier for us anxious and avoidant types to form secure attachments by demonstrating for us what our parents and caregivers were not able to do way back when. So it's actually an extreme blessing if you or your partner is a secure attacher, because you get to recreate that security and it can be deeply healing. Now, I want to make perfectly clear that if you have anxious or avoidant attachment style, that is okay. Nothing is wrong with you. And you can completely, totally have a healthy, happy, trusting sexual and romantic relationship, monogamous or not. All it means is that you have to be a little more mindful of these deeply ingrained patterns and coping mechanisms and be ready to do the heavy lifting. In other words, the deep internal work as needed. Now, I shared pretty deeply about myself, so if you wouldn't mind, take a moment, give me a thumbs up, let me know that you're still with me and that you still love me. Oh my God, do I sound like an anxious attacher? I'm such an anxious attacher. Number 5, you're in a phase of exploration. If you are someone who's looking to explore and discover new and different facets of your sexuality, first of all, I want to say congratulations. Maybe you're curious about BDSM, or you're interested in role play. Maybe you want to try a 3-way or let loose at a furry convention and let someone dressed as Big Bird you up. Either way, being with new partners gives us the opportunity to explore and discover all of the nooks and crannies of our sexual selves. Whatever your desires are, opening yourselves up to multiple partners is a great way to learn what you do like and what you don't like and everything in between. Also, if you're in a phase of exploration, why not just take a moment and make absolutely positively sure you are subscribed to this channel, because you are not going to want to miss a single video on how to get better in bed, enjoy amazing sex, and enjoy your sexual expansion no matter who you're giving it to. Number 6, speaking of giving, you have a lot to give. Let's get one thing straight. Successful relationships, whether they're casual, committed, monogamous, or non-monogamous, take time, energy, and focus. And if you are a busy person who's barely able to keep track of yourself, maybe non-monogamy is not for you. On the other hand, maybe you're a love-making machine with time and energy to spare. If you have time in your schedule and you are interested in maintaining physical and romantic relationships with multiple people, I say go for it. Like I mentioned before, opening up your romantic life to multiple partners requires maintenance. It can be fun and exciting, but just make sure that you're able to hold up your end of the bargain. As with all relationship dynamics, it's important to set healthy expectations and boundaries and follow through on your emotional agreements. And if you think there's enough of you to go around, spread your wings and fly, my little non-monogamy bird. All right, number 7. If you are a serial cheater. Now, this might be surprising to you, but hear me out. There are lots of reasons that people cheat, and it's never fun for anyone involved. If you are a serial cheater, chances are that you struggle to maintain a happy and healthy monogamous relationship. Why you cheat is personal, and it's an important thing to get to the bottom of if you want to have a satisfying romantic life. But if you're someone who struggles to remain loyal in monogamous relationships, maybe you should ask yourself if that's because you're just not meant to be in one. There are ways to be ethically non-monogamous that allow you to sleep with and connect with multiple people without betraying anyone's trust. Finally, it's possible you just know. You feel it deep down in your core that your ideal relationship involves multiple people. I'm here to tell you that that is okay and you're not alone in this. When it comes to sex and relationships, there's a lot of shame attached to wanting unconventional arrangements. Well, I'm here to tell you that whatever you, at your core, desire and know is right for you is right for you. Here's a pro tip. Maybe your ideal relationship or your partner's ideal relationship involves multiple genders. Like you're in a mixed orientation relationship where one person is bisexual and the other person is straight or gay. Opening things up so that you or your partner can have it both ways might be something that's just plain worth looking into. So there you have it. Before you say to yourself, yes, I'm opening things up, bring on the booty, I just want to mention 3 major red flags, because although exploring non-monogamy could be a great fit for you, there are a few circumstances in which it's better to hold off making that decision. Number 1, your relationship is struggling. We've all heard the story. Monogamous couple opens up their failing relationship in order to save it. That is a no-no. Non-monogamy requires a really solid relationship foundation in order to work. And if you're having problems in your monogamous partnership, you'll want to address those before you consider opening up. Number 2, polybombing. It's just rude. Polybombing is when a polyamorous person suddenly tries to change the nature of their monogamous relationship or change their monogamous partner. Not everyone is open to non-monogamy, and that's okay. What is not okay is trying to force someone to be something that they're not. Please keep in mind the relationships that you already have and treat the people in your life with consideration and respect. 3 out of 3, your intentions are not pure. As with all things sex and relationships, we should all feel happy, comfortable, safe, and secure. Whichever way you swing, or don't swing, there's nothing wrong with you. Whatever your decisions are, it is important to make sure your intentions are pure and that you're coming from a place of care and authenticity to yourself and others. If your desire for non-monogamy is coming from a place of resentment towards your partner, desire to sabotage your current relationship, or just a place of insecurity, think twice and address those issues first. Boom! All right. So in this video, we covered the 8 signs that non-monogamy could be for you. I know this can be kind of an overwhelming experience. I have been there myself. So if you are sitting there and you just realize this is you are non-monogamous, or you're struggling to figure out where you fit, I'm here to help. Please consider applying for my High Performance Male coaching program. In it, we help guys navigate all kinds of different relationship styles and approaches. We take a deep dive into relationship dynamics. I teach you all about the attachment styles and how to move through yours towards healthier and more satisfying relationships. I also teach you how to be the best lover you can be. I do a deep dive into male anatomy, female anatomy. We talk about erectile dysfunction, premature ejaculation, delayed ejaculation, and most importantly, we talk about how to create your life. From relationships at home all the way to the relationships that you form at work. This program is all about designing your best life. And since having a non-monogamous relationship is also about designing the life that works best for you, please apply for coaching so that I can help you personally to figure this out. Make sure you process your thoughts and feelings. If you're in a relationship, share your awareness with your partner. Go back and watch this video with them. Take it really slowly. If you're single, make sure to be upfront with everyone that you're dating about your identity and your relationship needs. And if you're sharing with a partner, anticipate that they may have a negative reaction. Make sure to stay patient and compassionate towards your partner and to yourself. Understand that in some cases you may have to end your current relationship to have your non-monogamous needs met, but I encourage you to do everything that you can before you end a relationship. Trust me, there is a lot of growth here and it is all for your benefit, whether you end up staying or going. There you have it. The 8 signs that non-monogamy could be for you, the red flags that may tell you that it's not. As always, whatever your path is, keep tuning in for all the tools you need to travel it with confidence. I'm Caitlin V. Thank you for watching. Make sure you are subscribed, and I will see you here next week. Bye-bye.